Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and in this new video we are going to go over site-to-site VPN. So we're going to implement an IPsec site-to-site VPN with a pre-shared key authentication on a Cisco router, and then in another video we are going to do it on an ASA firewall. So we have gone over remote access VPN. So videos before I implement a basic clientless SSL VPN and also implemented a basic AnyConnect SSL VPN, which was the video before this one. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at those, go ahead and do so. So now we're going to go ahead and implement an IPsec site-to-site VPN with a pre-shared key authentication on a Cisco router. So um, let's go ahead to GNS3, and I have two Cisco routers over here, and I have them launched already. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to configure this IP address over here. So these two interfaces are going to have this IP address, and then I'm going to configure a loopback address for this one. Um, so the loopback addresses are going to be the one going on the VPN tunnel. So right here on router one, let's go ahead and go to config team. And first of all, let's give it a host name of router one and configure interface gigabit00 with an IP address of 192.168.1.1/24, not shut down. And let's go ahead and configure a loopback address. And we're going to give it an IP address of 10.10.10.1/24. And there you go, exit. And now the first thing that we need to do when we configure a VPN tunnel is that we need to create a access list so we can tell the VPN tunnel who is the one that is allowed on this tunnel. And an IPsec with PSK, which stands for pre-shared key, is always on. So this is like always on VPN. Okay. So the first thing I need to do, like I said, create an access list. So let's go ahead and create that access list. And I'm going to configure an extended access list. And we're going to call this site to site R2. So this is site to site that is going to R2. And the IP the IP address that I want to permit is going to be the source, which is going to be my loopback address. And this one needs to be a walker mask. And the destination, which is 10.10.20.0/24. There we go. So that's how you do it. And then after that, we need to define authentication, encryption, and the tunnel creation for this tunnel. So we need to go to crypto, IPsec, and then after IPsec, I need to call the transform set. And the transform set, we need to set up to, there's going to be a word. So you need to remember this because when we map it, you need to add this to the map, which we're going to do on later on. So after we do strong, we're going to, this is what we're naming these transform set strong, right? So after you do that, what you need to do is you need to add the um, authentication, which is going to be the ESP. And we're going to use, and if you do a question mark, you're going to see that there's a lot of them. But the one that we're going to do is the ESP with SHA and HMAC. And this is the authentication. And then after that, we need to do the encryption, which is AES. AES, let's see, just like that, AES. And then we need to set the bit, which is 256. And if you guys remember, um, the E, the AES is a symmetric encryption that we're using right now that we're setting up. So this one is to match it to the same on router 2. And then after you set that over here, what we need to do is we need to set the mode. And remember guys, if you remember from my previous video, transport means that it's only going to encapsulate the payload and the IP address, then the true IP address and the true destination IP address. So the true source and the true destination IP address is not encrypted. So if somebody sniffed your packet, it's going to be able to see the true source IP address and the true destination IP address. So we don't want that. We want to create a tunnel. And there you go. So after that, what we need to do is we need to combine the transform set, the ACL, and we also need to add that remote peer IP address. And the way you do that is you need to go to um, crypto map, and now we need to go ahead and name name the map, and we're going to name this map is going to be R2 map because it's the map for the R2, right? R2 map, and then after that we're going to give it a one for the set, and then we need to do IPsec, and this one is going to be ISAKMP. And as you can see right here, after you create the map, it is telling you that if you do not set a peer or a valid access list is going to remain disabled. So after we set the access list and the peer, it's going to be enabled. So let's go ahead and do that. But first we need to set the transform set, which we name, if you guys remember, we name our set to strong. So that's the one that we're going to use right here, strong. Then we need to set the peer IP address, which is going to be 192.168.1.2. And then after that, you need to add the access list. And the way you do that is by match address. And we need to do the one that we did over here for the access list, which is site to site R2, site to site R2. There we go. So what we're doing is we're just combining everything in this map. And then after that, what we need to do is we need to configure the pre-share key and the map that goes to router 2. So the way you do that is you can go ahead and exit and go to crypto, and we're going to go to crypto ISA KMP. If you don't know what that means, this is sorry, IKE, and what this is stands for is Internet Security Association and Key Management Protocol. So this is the one that's going to take care of the share of the key. So this is the way that we're going to share our pre-share key, right? So let's go ahead and open this again. So after you do this, you need to do a key, and the key is going to be Cisco 123, and this one needs to match with R2. If it doesn't match, we won't be able to connect. And now we give it the address 192.168.1.2 because this one is going to router 2. And then after you do that, you need to configure the ISAKMP policy. So let's go ahead and do that. Crypto ISAM key policy, and this is going to be using policy 1. And we need to set the authentication. What are we going to how are we going to authenticate? So we're going to authenticate using a pre-share key, and then the encryption that we're going to be using, we're just telling it that we're going to use AES 256 or that we are using, and then the hash, which is SHA, and then the group, which is Hammond group number 2. And then after that, we need to give it a lifetime. So this is how long is this tunnel is going to be connected, and it's going to be alive for this many seconds because it is by seconds. So we're going to use the maximum, which is 864. There we go. And then after that, you can just go ahead and exit. And we need to add the map that we created to my interface, gigabyte00. And the way you do that is by doing a crypto map. And the map that we set was, let's go up here and try to find it. So R2 map, just like that. So R2 map on capital. There you go. As you can see, it is on. So now let's go ahead and save it. And now after that, let's go ahead to R2. And let's go ahead and configure router 2. So let's give it a host name of R2. There you go. And then after that, um, also I forgot to do something. Did I do? Let me do show IP route. I think I forgot to add the static route. So let's go ahead and config T. Let's go IP route. And we're going to tell that any traffic that is going to um, the 10.10.20, which is this one right here, we're going to send it to 192.168.1.2 and save it. So in R2, let's go ahead and configure the interface gigabit 00 with an IP address of 192.168.1.2 and shut down. Let's try to ping 1.1 and we are able to ping this interface. So that's good for now, but when we configure the tunnel, it's going to be another story. So let's go ahead and configure the loopback address, loopback 0, an IP address of 10.10.20.1. Let's go ahead and exit, and let's just add that IP route. So what I'm going to tell it is any um, traffic that is going to this network, I wanted to send it to 192.168.1.1. Great, so now the first thing that we need to do is create an access list, an extended access list, and we are going to call this access list is going to be called um, site to site R1 because it is going to R1, right? And then we're going to permit an IP address with the source of 10.10.20.0 and the destination of 10.10.10.0. There you go. Great. So now we need to do the same thing we did on router 1, which is to first add the first we need to configure the transform set, which is going to add the authentication, encryption, and the tunnel creation. So let's go ahead and do that. Crypto, IPsec, transform set. In the transform set, we are going to name it strong, just like on the other one, just to keep it simple. And we're going to use ESP SHA with H HMAC, and this is the authentication. And then what we are going to configure after that is going to be the encryption, which is using AES 256. There we go. So after we do that, we just need to do the mode and tunnel mode, just the same as router 1. So now let's go ahead and exit. And then after we do that, we need to combine the transform set ACL and also the remote peer IP address. And the way you do that, you need to go to crypto map, and we need to name this map R1 map. Oops, our map R1 map. And then after that, you need to say that we're going to use the map 1 with an IPsec ISAKMP because that's what we are going to be using to share that pre-shared key. And then we are going to press enter, and we are going to set the transform set to strong, and we're going to also set the peer to be 192.168.1.1, and then we are going to also add the ACL, which is match address, and the ACL that we configure was we configure site to site R1. Paste it right here, or is it gonna paste it or what? Paste it twice. There we go. Site to site R1. There we go. So that is done. We have um, configured the map. So then after that, what we need to do is we need to create the pre-share key. So the way that you do that, you need to go to crypto ISAKMP key, and the key needs to match the same on router 1. So it's key Cisco 123, and the address that it's going to is 192.168.1.1. Good. And then after that, we need to create the policy. So you crypto policy one, and this policy is going to have the authentication of pre-shared key, and it's also is going to have the encryption of AES 256, and the hash is going to be SHA. The group is going to be group number 2, and all this needs to match to R1, because if they're not matching, they won't be able to form um, that that phase number 1, which is try to share that pre-share key. So lifetime is going to be the maximum, which is A6400, and there it is. So after that, what we need to do, we need to go to the interface gigabit 00, and we need to do at the map over here, crypto map, and I believe this one was R1 map. We can verify that by going up here, and there we go, R1 map. There we go. So now we can just do an N. We can do show crypto SA or IPsec SA. And what we're gonna do over here, just press enter, and we don't have anything right here. So what I want to do, you can see we have no packets that has been encapsulation or that we have been decrypt or encrypt. So let's go ahead and try to ping 10.10.10.1 using the source of 10.10.20.1. There we go. So we are able to ping. So that it looks like the tunnel is working. So as you can see right here, when we did this show crypto IPsec SA, we did not have any packets, but let's try to do it again. And we should have packets right there. As you can see, now we have 9 packets. And if we do and also the status changed to active, it was not active before. So if we do and we're going to repeat 100 times, and we can do a show, you can see that we have encrypt 109 packets, and we have decrypted 109 packets as well. We have not any compressed, decompressed, or anything like that. Nothing has failed. So it looks like it is working the way we want it. So we have set up this site-to-site IPsec with pre-shared key, or the always on, which is site-to-site means it's always on. So one thing that you could do to verify that it is working, you can do a debug crypto engine packet, and then when you ping, you're going to see, um, there we go, you're going to see this information that it is coming from creating that. And you can see there is a lot of stuff that we cannot even read. You can see all of this, and that means that it has been encrypted and that the IPsec site-to-site is working. Let's see if we're able to ping 192.168.1.1. So we're able to ping it, but it is not um, encrypting it because it is not going on the tunnel, because we told the tunnel to only um, encrypt the packet that is coming from 10.10.20.1. So if we do a ping, we're going to do a ping to 10.10.10.1, and we're going to use the source of 192.168.1.1 or the 1.2, and still not doing it. So it is not encrypting it because we told with the ACL to only encrypt it when we sending it with this source. And there we go. As you can see, we get those message from the debug that we set up. So this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like, subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have a Twitter account, guys, go ahead and just follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. And if you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and create a Twitter account and then follow me on Twitter. So Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.